So one of the things actually in Brian Tracy's book, I can't remember the exact statistic off the top of my head, but it talks about how for every like hour that you spend planning, you save like 4 hours in action. So it's just planning your day, planning your week, like you said, makes you more effective at the tasks, at your goals that you're trying to accomplish.
The crux of my training, the crux of my consultations and the way in which I consult people is self-sustained. Is to teach them the tools necessary so they won't need that external guidance or that external help or that external appreciation, because it does start internally.
100%.
So just because your external variables are bringing you down, as long as the integrity of your internal fortitude is one in which that if you can just look in the mirror at night knowing I'm trying, at least I'm trying, that's all you can really ask for.
I think that that's a pretty powerful statement. To be like, all you can do is your best. Like, even if your best isn't always like at 100%, you know, if all you can give today is 50%, but you give that 50%, I think that you still deserve some like kindness.
Yeah. I think one thing too is like I think we talk about it a lot, but just being aware of these things. If you know that today is not, you're not going to be 100%. Say you went out the night before, say you just didn't sleep well.
I saw your Snapchat story last night. It's okay. It's okay though.
We're here today.
I love it.
But it's having systems in place to make things easier for yourself. So let's say in the morning, it's really hard for you to get up. Maybe at the night before, put your stuff out. Get your toothbrush right next to the sink, set your coffee out, get prepared, have a system in place where you know you're going to be weak, you know?
Right.
Do you have systems in place like that where you're like,
this is just not my thing, but I want to do.
The system in place you have to have first is the want, right? Is the actual drive to facilitate that change. After you have that drive and that want base down packed, at that point, it's finding a formula that works and is catered specifically to you. Now, I know that sounds general, but just think of it like this. With my clients, the first thing I have them do is go through their weekly schedule. So, because it's what I do for myself, right? I have them go through their weekly schedule. What do I have to do this week? And then you prioritize the level of importance on whatever goals you have to accomplish for that week, right? So for me, Sunday, I set my schedule for all the clients I'm going to train that week. And I know I'll have, let's say, 5 clients a day, Monday through Saturday. And Sunday, I'll mainly do just consultations, but I'll still do consultations Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. If I know that's going to be my schedule, I also then have to consider, don't you want to make YouTube videos too and put these podcasts out? And I'm solely editing the videos, doing the audio engineer, the production, all that. So now I have to think about how much time do I have to set up the podcast? How many podcasts am I going to do? And how much time do I have to edit these podcasts? On top of that, I have to edit videos for 2 different companies, one in California, one in New York, that those projects come whenever they need them done. So I have to every week think about and literally make an itinerary, though it may not be specific and minute to the minute of each day, but I make an itinerary generally by the hour of what I need to do each day for that entire week. And I think it's less important having a scientifically formulated, a scientifically notated formula. I think it's more important, like you ladies said at the beginning, just getting started, just trying. Then once you try it, let's say you have this week, I'm going to work out 5 times a week and I'm going to eat clean for 6 days this week. And then by the time the week's over, you only worked out 4 times and you ate clean only 3 times. At that point, you allow yourself the freedom of, okay, at least I made the itinerary and the schedule. That's a good start. Now I just have
you would have done had you not.
Exactly. You would have just autonomically resorted to what's comfortable, which is not having to think about the things that are hard to think about, like being optimal. And if you want to start being optimal, you got to think about structuring and scheduling or having systems in place to make sure that those goals that you're setting can actually be achieved. It can actually be set in stone. But it starts with having that system in place.
So one of the things actually in Brian Tracy's book, I can't remember the exact statistic off the top of my head, but it talks about how for every like hour that you spend planning, you save like 4 hours in action. So it's just planning your day, planning your week, like you said, makes you more effective at the tasks, at your goals that you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah. And I think the key to all of this, ladies, is wanting to be better, wanting to be optimal, wanting to facilitate change. None of the words we speak on, you got to understand this. I have people that come in here, they see the boxing and they're like, oh, that looks fun. That looks cool. I want to be a savage. They come in here, they show up 1 minute late, and then we run all day. And then they're like, oh, I thought I was going to be boxing. I expected to get something else out of this other than what I'd be getting. And that's the thing. They wanted the end goal of being able to box. They wanted the 6-pack. They wanted to look good for that girl or that guy. I don't discriminate. They just wanted these things. The problem is they wanted the things on top of what they really should have wanted was the foundation to build and accumulate those things.
And
that
that's
starts
what
with the internal.
That's what we're doing here. We're trying to build those foundations so that you can reach those long-term goals. And so that's awesome.
Thanks for watching that clip. This episode is brought to you by manscaped.com. Support for self-sustained training is brought to you by the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free shipping worldwide with code SST at manscaped.com.
Yeah, shout out to Manscaped, man. They were nice enough to send us this Performance Package 4.0, which is their luxury grooming kit. And it comes with the Lawnmower 4.0 electric trimmer, the Weed Whacker for your ear and your nose hairs, and then all your post-shave performance essentials in the deodorant and the toner. Plus, they give you an anti-chafing boxer, which is super comfortable.
Super comfortable.
And then they top off the Performance Package with a nice little travel bag so you can carry all of your grooming tools with you. And you can get 20% off and free shipping with code SST at manscaped.com.
That's 20% off using code SST at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools with the job using Manscaped.